Alright, so I've got it done. So now what I'm going to do is, here's my opening. What I'm going to do is I cut one of the 12-inch craft sticks, or sorry, two of them in half, and I created these little 6-inch ones. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie and glue them together to make a square. And that's going to be the door. And when I get that done, I'll get right back with you guys. Alright, there is the first one. Got it tied up. And then we'll work on the second and third one. And there we go. So then we'll do the other side, and then we'll have the box that will be the door. Alright, so I got them tied on. Got a nice little box made here. I'm going to put a little glue on the cordage and let it dry, and then once I do that, I will put the slits on it. And I think I'm going to go diagonal. I'm not 100% sure. I might go diagonal. Alright, I got my door done. Look at that. I've got this done. So all I've got to do is I'm just going to take a couple pieces of this green wire, and I'm just going to attach the door section. Right now it can just stay kind of like this to the frame of the bird cage, just like so. And now I've got my door. I also take my third piece, can attach it on the other side, and this will make my latch. And then there we go. So then all I got to do is just unlatch it, and then the door frame comes open. I can slide it up, down, however I want to work it, but then it works there. And when I'm ready to latch it back up, I just simply run it through here, and bingo bango, there's the door. So using this green wire from the Dollar Tree and this nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, I'm just simply going to run it through here, and I'm going to make a perch. Alright, so I decided I would go ahead and get some of this smaller cordage out, and I'm going to just wrap it, and then I can make a little bit of a knot here so that it will stay where it's at, on either side, so that it won't go up and down when the bird gets on it. There we go. And then I can just weave this inside here, and it would be difficult for you to watch, but all I'm going to do is just wrap this cordage in a manner that will secure it to the bird cage, and still look decent when I get it done. So it's just going to be a little bit of weaving, and there we go. I have the little perch in there. It's just a piece of cordage that's run across it, and then got it secured and tied so that it doesn't slip. And now I have this Spanish moss that I also got from the Dollar Tree. It is simply just going to come out of this package.
Probably ought to put something under it. It'll fall through that.
And I'm just going to, for now, just going to set it inside here. And spread it out slightly. There we go. And I have the moss on the bottom. Now I'm going to have to figure out something to use on either side for food and water. But when I get that figured out, I'll get back with you guys. So as far as the food and water is concerned, right now I just plan on using the bottoms of these. Oh, there we go. These Ice Mountain water. Just cut the bottoms off of them, and I'm just going to secure those in there and see how that works. I'm definitely going to try to find something else later, because this is all made of cordage and wood and very natural looking things, and the plastic is man-made, and there's a whole philosophy on that being just as natural as anything else, and it is. If you really want to go down that rabbit hole, I can, but I still want something a little less man-made, at least looking man-made. So we're gonna put that in there and use it for a while until I figure out what else I want to do, but for now that'll work. All right, so my bird prison is ready. Here we go. I've played with it for, I don't know, several days. I think if you did this just straight up, it would take 5 or 6 hours to do. Probably spent about $15 to $20 at the Dollar Tree, but I'm pretty sure that most of this stuff is accessible in most people's houses anyway. Just some little small craft dowel rods, a couple of the green foam rings, some moss, 2 or 3 rolls of the cordage, and then you're pretty good to go. Pretty good to go. So there we go. Now all we got to do is get something to put in it, and that's when that bird feeder comes in handy. So the rest of this nautical cordage that I didn't use, I am going to simply make a top for it so that I can hang it, just like so. Just make a nice little, my favorite knot. Doesn't have to be, there we go, on that side. And we'll put one on this side. There we go. And just so I don't have to cut it. There we go. Just make a nice little spot there so that I can keep it. There we go. And then it can hang up. So let's take this outside and hang it up so I can get some video of it. And here is my bird cage all set up. Simple loop around there with a stick holding it tight. So as it is here, this should hold a canary or a very small bird pretty easily. So next we're going to set up a small live bird trap, and let's see if we can't catch a small canary or some kind of wild bird. All right, so I put food in there and I'm getting ready to, there goes the water. There's enough water in there. If I'm lucky, a bird will just fly in there and then it'll get stuck and I can close the lid on it. So there we are. So we have the bird cage with food, water, there's bedding there. I've got a little perch for it. And as I said, if I'm lucky, one will just fly up in there, and then when I come up to it, all I got to do is shut it, and hopefully it flutters around and doesn't come out, if I'm lucky. If not, I'm going to have to actually trap one, which we are going to get started on right now.